Hello, good morning, dear students. I'm Abdul Shameen, Assistant Professor of English at Renuka College, based Nagpur. Today, we are going to see the lesson My Lost Dollar, which has been prescribed in the syllabus of BA second year, third semester of RTM Nagpur University, Nagpur. Today, we are going to discuss about the second part. In the first part, we have discussed till the figure misled me for a moment. But before that, we are going to recall what we saw in the previous class. As I have told you that My Lost Dollar has been written by Stephen Leacock. It is a very humorous story in which Leacock tells that once he has lent $1 to his friend Todd in order to pay the fare to the taxi driver while he was going to Bermuda. But even after the lapse of 12 months, it appears to the writer that Todd has totally forgotten about the dollar, which he had borrowed from the writer. The writer tries very hard in order to get his dollar back, so he has given him the hints so many times, but he was unable to understand. So the writer has drawn the conclusion that he is never going to return, he is never going to get his dollar back. It also makes him think that it is also possible when his friend Todd can forgot about the dollar which he has borrowed from the writer. So it is also possible in the case of the writer that the writer has also borrowed $1 from somebody and has totally forgotten. After that, he starts thinking about the movement to start, that is back to honesty, because he says that the greatest nation can be based on the rock foundation of honesty. जैसे कि हमने पहले इस स्टोरी में ये देखे थे कि ये स्टोरी बड़ी मज़ेदार स्टोरी है जिसमें स्टीफन लीकॉक ने अपने दोस्त को एक बार $1 उधार दिया था जब वो बरमुडा के लिए जा रहा था। अब 12 महीने बीतने के बाद भी टॉड ने उसे उसके डॉलर वापस नहीं किया। राइटर ने उसको कई बार हिंट भी दिया ताकि उसको उससे डॉलर के बारे में याद आ जाए और वो उसे उसके डॉलर वापस कर दे, लेकिन इसके बावजूद भी टॉड को कुछ याद नहीं आता है और टॉड उसे उसका डॉलर वापस नहीं करता। टॉड राइटर ये समझ लेता है कि जिस तरीके से टॉड ने पैसे उधार लेने के बाद भूल चुका है, उस तरीके से ऐसा भी हो सकता है मैंने भी किसी से पैसे उधार लिया होगा और भूल गया हूँ। राइटर बहुत कोशिश करता है याद करने के लिए, लेकिन उसे याद नहीं आता है। याद भी आता है तो वो सोचता है कि मैं उन्हीं लोगों को पैसे वापस करूंगा जिन लोगों से मैंने पैसे उस वक्त उधार लिया हो जब मैं टैक्सी से बरमुडा के लिए जा रहा हूँ। उसका राइटर ये सोचता है कि मैं ईमानदारी वाला मूवमेंट शुरू करूंगा, क्योंकि कहता है कि कोई भी बड़ा राष्ट्र उस वक्त महान राष्ट्र बन सकता है जब वो ईमानदारी की राह पर चले। चलिए अब देखते हैं, हमने इस लेसन में अब यहाँ तक डिस्कस कर चुके हैं, अब आगे का डिस्कस करेंगे। We spent the evening together talking about Bermuda. I was thinking of the dollar, but of course, I didn't refer to it. One simply can't. I asked him what currency is used in Bermuda and whether the American dollar goes at par. I put a slight emphasis on the American dollar, but found again that I could not bring myself to make any reference to it. Here the writer tells us that when his friend has returned from Bermuda, so the writer has gone in order to receive him. He has gone to receive him because He loves his friend. He respects him a lot. He has not gone at the railway station to receive him in order to get his dollar back, but he respects his friend. Then they they both spent the whole evening together and they talked a lot, but the writer did not make any kind of mention about the dollar. But he gave a hint. He asked very casually to Todd which kind of currency was used in Bermuda, whether it was equivalent to the American dollar, but still, the writer's friend Todd could not understand what was the implied meaning of the question put by the writer, whether the currency which was used in Bermuda was equivalent to the American dollar. अब राइटर कहता है कि जब मेरा दोस्त बरमूडा से वापस आया तो मैं स्टेशन गया उसे लेने के लिए। मैं इसीलिए उसे स्टेशन गया लेने के लिए ताकि आप ये ना समझे कि मुझे ये डॉलर वापस चाहिए था, इसीलिए मैं भागे भागे उसे स्टेशन लेने गया। दरअसल मैं स्टेशन उसे लेने इसीलिए गया क्योंकि मैं उसकी काफ़ी इज्जत करता हूँ। उसके बाद हमने पूरी शाम एक साथ बिताई, लेकिन मैंने कहीं भी डॉलर के बारे में जिक्र नहीं किया। मैंने उससे बड़ा ही कैजुअली अंदाज से पूछा कि कौन सी करेंसी बरमूडा में इस्तेमाल होती है, क्या जो बरमूडा में करेंसी इस्तेमाल होती है वो अमेरिकन डॉलर के बराबर है। राइटर यहाँ पे उसे इनडायरेक्टली हिंट देता है, लेकिन इसके बावजूद भी उसका दोस्त समझ नहीं पाता है। It took me some time. I see Todd practically every day at my club to realize that he had completely forgotten the dollar. I asked him one day what his trip cost him, and he said that he kept no account. Here the writer tells us that he meets his friend Todd regularly at the club. But his friend Todd has never made a mention of the dollar which he has borrowed from the writer. So the writer has drawn the conclusion that his friend has totally forgotten about the dollar which he has borrowed from him. One day, the writer tries various means in order to get his dollar back. That is why, in a very implied manner, he asked him about the cost of the trip which he had taken to go to Bermuda. So the writer's friend very innocently replied that he did not maintain that kind of record. That is why he did not know that how much he had spent on the trip. अब राइटर कहता है कि मैं अपने दोस्त से रोजाना क्लब में मिलता हूँ, लेकिन यहाँ पर बिल्कुल भी ऐसा नहीं लगता है कि जैसे उसे मेरे डॉलर के बारे में याद है। ऐसा लगता है कि पूरे तरीके से भूल चुका है। एक दिन बड़े ही राइटर अलग अलग तरीके से कोशिश करता है उसे डॉलर के बारे में हिंट देके ताकि उसे याद आ जाए और उसके पैसे उसे वापस मिल जाए। वो कहता है उससे कि तुम्हें बरमूडा जाने के लिए कितना खर्चा आया। तो राइटर का दोस्त बड़े ही कैजुअल अंदाज में जवाब देता है कि मैं इस तरीके से रिकॉर्ड नहीं रखता हूँ, मुझे नहीं मालूम कितने पैसे खर्च हुए। A little later, I asked him if he felt settled down after his trip, and he said that he had practically forgotten about it. So I knew it was all over. Then the writer asked him whether he had made up his mind to get himself settled in Bermuda. So he answered in negation that he had totally forgotten about it and that was not his decision to get himself settled in Bermuda. एक बार राइटर बड़े ही साधारण तरीके से उसे पूछता है कि क्या तुमने सोच लिया है कि वो ट्रिप के बाद बरमूडा जाने के बाद कि वहाँ तुम सेटल हो जाओगे। तो कहता है मैं उस ट्रिप के बारे में सब कुछ भूल चुका हूँ। राइटर समझ जाता है कि ट्रिप के बारे में भूल चुका है, मतलब जो उसने पैसे लिए उसके बारे में भी पूरे तरीके से वो भूल चुका है। In all this, I bear Todd no grudge. I have simply added him to the list of men who owe me $1 and who have forgotten it. There are quite a few of them now. I make no difference in my demeanor to them, but I only wish that I could forget. Bear means to keep the feeling of ill will or spite, demeanor, behavior. Here the writer tells us that he does not keep any kind of grudge or vindication against his friend Todd, though he has though he has borrowed $1 from the writer and has totally forgotten about it. But still, the writer is so generous that he has forgotten all about it and he does not keep any kind of grudge and the feeling of ill will against him. The writer has not only forgotten about Todd, but he has forgiven and forgotten all those people who have borrowed dollar from him, and he has not changed his attitude towards them. He has he has forgiven and forgotten all those people who have borrowed $1 from him. राइटर कहता है कि मैं टॉट के प्रति अपने दिल में कोई भी खुन्नस नहीं रखता हूँ, कोई भी गलत भावना बिल्कुल भी नहीं रखता हूँ। मैंने सिर्फ उसे मेरी जो लॉन्ग लिस्ट है उन लोगों की जिन लोगों ने मुझसे पैसा उधार लिया है और भूल गए हैं, उस लिस्ट में मैंने उसका नाम ऐड कर लिया। और मैं उन लोगों के खिलाफ कभी भी अपने दिल में द्वेष नहीं रखता हूँ, बहुत ही अच्छे तरीके से पेश आता हूँ, बस ये कोशिश करता हूँ ताकि मैं उनको भूल जाऊं। I meet Todd very frequently. Only 2 nights ago, I met him out at dinner, and he was talking apparently without self-conscious about Poland. He said that Poland would never pay her debts. You would think a thing like that would have reminded him, wouldn't you? But it didn't seem to me. Here the writer tells us that he meets his friend Todd regularly. Only 2 days ago, he met him at the dinner. And when they were talking, Todd mentioned about Poland, that Poland was never going to return the debt which they had borrowed from America. So it made writer think that he could remember such an unimportant thing, but how he could forget about $1 which he had borrowed from him. राइटर कहता है कि मैं अपने दोस्त से रोजाना मिलता हूँ। 2 दिन पहले ही रात के खाने पर मैं उससे मिला और बातों बातों में टॉड कहता है कि पोलैंड, ऐसा लगता है पोलैंड कभी भी जो उसने अमेरिका से पैसा उधार लिया है वो कभी वापस नहीं करेगा। तो राइटर ये सोचने में मजबूर हो जाता है कि उसे पोलैंड के बारे में याद है लेकिन उसे मेरे डॉलर के बारे में याद नहीं, उसने भी तो उससे उधार लिया है। But in the meantime, I thought a rather painful thought has begun to come into my mind at intervals. If it is this, if Todd owes me $1 and is forgotten, it is possible indeed, it is theoretical probable that there must be men to whom I owe $1 which I have forgotten. There must be a list of them. The more I think of it, the less I like it, because I am quite sure that if I had once forgotten $1, I should never pay it on this side of the grave. The whole incident has made the writer to think that it is possible if his friend has owed $1 to him and has forgotten. So it is also possible in the case of the writer that he must have taken $1, he must have borrowed $1 from somebody and has forgotten. So the more he thinks, the more he dislikes. And he has made up his mind that he is not going to pay, that he is not going to return the dollar to them from whom he has borrowed a dollar, not not while he is alive. राइटर कहता है कि ये हादसे से मैं ये सोचने लगा कि जिस तरीके से टॉड ने मुझसे पैसा उधार लिया और भूल गया, हो सकता है कि मैंने भी किसी से पैसा उधार लिया होगा और भूल गया होगा। मैं जितना सोचते गया उतना ज्यादा परेशान होते गया। वो कहता है अगर मैंने भी किसी से लिया होगा और भूल गया होगा तो इस जीते जी इस दुनिया में तो उससे वापस नहीं करूंगा। If there are such men, I want them to speak out, not all at once, but in reasonable numbers, and as far as may be in alphabetical order. I will immediately write their names down on paper. I don't count here men. Here the writer says, if there are some people who have borrowed him a dollar, so he wants them that they should come forward and speak to him, but not not at once, but in reasonable numbers, and maybe in alphabetical orders, in a very systematic manner. And he is going to write their names on a piece of paper. राइटर कहता है कि अगर ऐसे कुछ लोग होंगे तो मुझसे आके मिल सकते हैं, बातचीत कर सकते हैं, मैं एक एक करके उनका नाम लिस्ट में लिख लूंगा ताकि मैं उनसे वैसे वापस कर सकूं। I don't count here men who may have lent me an odd dollar over a bridge table, and I am not thinking, indeed, I am taking care not to think of the man who lent me 30 cents to pay for a bottle of plain soda in the Detroit Athletic Club last month. He says that he is not going to return a dollar to that person who has borrowed a dollar to him at the bridge table while playing the game, as well as of those who has borrowed him 30 cents in order to quench his thirst from a bottle of plain soda in the Detroit Athletic Club. राइटर कहता है कि मैं उन लोगों का नाम बिल्कुल दर्ज नहीं करूंगा जो ब्रिज टेबल खेलते वक्त मुझे एक आधी डॉलर उन्होंने उधार दिए होंगे, वो तो चलता है दोस्ताना अंदाज में, या डिट्रॉइट एथलेटिक क्लब में हॉर्स राइडिंग करने के बाद प्यास बुझाने के लिए 30 सेंट उधार दिए होंगे प्लेन सोडा के लिए। I always find that there is nothing like plain soda after a tiring ride across the Canadian frontier, and the man who advanced that 30 cents knows exactly what I felt, that I had done enough for him. He says that there is nothing like a bottle of plain soda to quench the thirst after a tiring ride across the Canadian frontier, and the person who has given 30 cents for the bottle of plain soda, he knows the feeling. राइटर कहता है कि जिसने भी 30 सेंट डिट्रॉइट क्लब में प्लेन सोडा की प्यास बुझाने के, प्लेन सोडा से थकान, हॉर्स राइडिंग से कैनेडियन फ्रंटियर पर जाना और थकान महसूस करने के बाद प्यास, एकदम प्यास से तड़पना और उसका प्लेन सोडा से उस प्यास को बुझाना, जिसने भी उधार दिया होगा वो जानता होगा कि क्या इसका महत्व है। But if any man ever lent me $1 to pay for a taxi when I was starting for Bermuda, I want to pay it. He has decided that he is going to return $1 to only that person who has borrowed, who has lent him $1 in order to pay the fare of the taxi driver while he was going to Bermuda. Only to those people he has decided to return them. राइटर कहता है कि मैं सिर्फ उन लोगों को पैसे वापस करूंगा जिस किसी ने भी मुझे बरमुडा के लिए जाने के लिए टैक्सी का किराया देने के लिए $1 उधार दिया होगा। More than that, I want to start a general movement, a back to honesty movement, for paying all these odd dollars. Here the writer has made his mind that he is going to start a movement back to honesty movement for paying all this or dollars that are borrowed in moments of expansion. Let us remember that the great nations were built up on the rock basis of absolute honesty. And he says that the great nation can be built on the rock foundation of honesty. राइटर कहता है कि कोई भी राज्य महान राज्य उस वक्त बन सकता है जब उसकी नींव होती है ईमानदारी पे. In conclusion, may I say that I do particularly ask that no reader of this book will be careless enough to leave this copy around where it might be seen by Major Todd of the University Club of Montreal. He says in a very humorous tone that no reader of this text would be so careless that he is going to drop the copy of the text around the University Club of Montreal where Major Todd can come across it. राइटर कहता है कि कोई भी रीडर इतना लापरवाह नहीं होगा कि वो इस टेक्स्ट की कॉपी मॉन्ट्रियल क्लब के इर्द गिर्द छोड़ देगा जहां पे वो मेजर टॉड की निगाह से टकरा जाए. I hope you have understood this text, and still if you face any kind of problem, so you can contact me. My email ID is abdulshamim3@gmail.com. Thank you.